Yo, Theo here for some aftermath of this 96-hour fast. And once again, great job, and thank you everyone who joined in for at least 48 hours. So something I never told you that I thought about saying, but I just forgot every time I pulled out the camera. But the first night of this fast, I must have bitten myself in the tongue or something, because I have probably won't show all that well on the camera, but I woke up, I had a thirst. I thought I might be getting sick or something because I could just feel pain in my throat. But after a while, I noticed that it was on the tongue, and it looks like I've bitten myself there. So that happened like when the fast had been going for like 12 hours, I guess, because I had my last meal at lunchtime, and this, I'm guessing sometime at night. So it wasn't anything that had to do with the fast, because, some people would probably make something up. You were so hungry, you were dreaming about eating, you chewed in the sleep. But it happened, it's not unusual for me to go to bed like 10 hours fasted, so, nothing special there. But so really, as recording some of the videos was kind of a pain. You'll notice, if you really wanted to, you can notice some places where I stumble for a bit on my words, but it's not because of the English or anything, it's literally because my tongue hurts. So I saved most of my talking for the videos these days. I did hang out with people, but I took a more quiet route, so that's something a little interesting. But so about this fast, it was one of the more challenging I've done, and in a very different way, because most of the time, hunger, because like 172-hour fast I went into with too much muscle soreness and stuff, and I just was very hungry all the time. This time hunger wasn't really an issue after that initial the thing I mentioned, the 36 hour mark. That was pretty tough with hunger, but I didn't struggle with hunger at all. But this one was more psychologically taxing. Maybe it didn't show on the videos too much, and it wasn't usually in the daytime, but in the evenings. I just got this, I kind of, not to put a not to make myself out to be something I'm not here, but when Jesus was fasting in the desert, Satan kept tempting him, and I felt kind of like that, like all these negative thoughts, like, why are you even doing this? You're gonna lose the muscle you put on this year. Why do you even do this, Theo? Is it even healthy? Is it even necessary? Why are you doing this? And so I mostly struggled with thoughts like that. But I must say now, having finished it all, and I don't agree with those thoughts at all or anything. I like it now. When it's over, I like it. It's a different kind of challenge, really, and I think I grew from, having experienced that. I haven't had negative thoughts like that in a long time, I like putting myself through stuff that doesn't feel all that good, because you always come out stronger on the other side, and that's something I learned before this fast. But you can always deepen your knowledge and understanding of stuff. But I used to be a person who I fled responsibilities and challenges and things I were afraid of, and now I embrace them, because I've learned that the uncomfortable feeling, a nervous feeling, on the other side of that is always personal growth. Yes, but okay, I think that's the main part I'll take with me from this fast. Just facing some inner demons and conquering them. But to say something more about the workout yesterday, it's kind of interesting. you know, when I break 48-hour fasts, I feel like I can train as usual, you know, because probably on a 48-hour fast you don't always deplete all your stored glycogen, and now even eating 2 hours before, you're absolutely not gonna, because a 4-day fast will empty your storage, but and eating 2 hours before just won't cut it for filling up again. So it was kind of funny, like I said in the video yesterday, it kind of felt like a fasted workout in that I had my strength, but like the muscles were kind of sleeping and didn't really want to lift the weights. I could, most of the time, perform at my usual strength on the heavy exercises for the first set, like that bench press. I did 10 reps on 75 kilos, like I did my 2 workouts where I bench pressed before the fast, but then I dropped some reps on the sets after that. And it was like that for the first half of the workout, and then I just halfway through I felt like, yes, now I'm back. Now I'm no longer in the fasted state at all. So I had been debating if I was even gonna train legs. You know, I'm not not someone who skips legs. Actually, I've been training legs almost too much lately, and my it doesn't matter, but I have a little pain on my left side in the upper thigh. But then I got the energy to do it, so I finished off with some squats, heavy squats, and by then I had all my strength back. I did go a little lower volume to just ease into it, and also because of this, you know, injury or you know, whatever I'll call it, that pain in the thigh. Yeah, so overall very nice, and something nice that was very necessary with this fast was something I told that voice in my head that kept trying to throw me off. Very nice today that I'm feeling sore in just a regular way, like I had a good workout yesterday, because I've been training so much lately. Probably not overtraining when followed by a rest like this, but I've had so much that every day I woke up, like my shoulder and trap area here is just all tense in an exaggerated way, and now I have the same feeling, only much lighter. So that, I think, if you train as hard as me, put in so much volume, and like every workout is intense, lots of failure and beyond failure sets, this is a good thing. The fasting keeps someone like me being able to do these longer rest periods. But because to be honest, let's end with this. To be honest, fasting is great for a lot of things, but especially if you eat good and exercise and you are already healthy, then it's not really too necessary to do these. Like I would still be doing prolonged fasting, you know, even though I didn't put out this content and stuff. I would still practice it to some extent, but I've been doing it more than I think I actually need to for health purposes. For you know, experience, educating myself on it, and yeah, mostly that, you know. I want to find out, I want to learn about it so I can teach others, because you know, autophagy, like, it's one of the main things we talk about with positive effects of fasting. You know, physical exercise is a great activator of autophagy too. You know, that's how someone like Jeff Cavaliere, Athlean-X, one of my fitness idols or whatever, but he doesn't practice fasting or intermittent fasting at all, but he looks so healthy, great skin and everything. So, you know, of course he's healthy without the fasting. Maybe he could be even healthier throwing in a 48 every once in a while and doing some intermittent fasting. But yeah, I just want to say that because I know that many of you that watch me for the fasting found me through the snake diet, of course, and you know, I think Cole is great. I love him for what he has done and all the information he put out for free. I mean, everything I didn't learn by trying for myself, I basically learned from him. But you got to realize that he has a different philosophy, different goals, a different audience than me. Like, his main mission is to, the very, very, very obese people. And he just, this is my interpretation. It doesn't have to be right, but my impression is that he goes so extreme, and to be an example, really. I don't think he necessarily thinks that, the most healthy way, the most optimal way for me to live is doing 48s forever, like he's a power lifter and stuff. If he was still into powerlifting mainly and competed in that, it would be very strange to do 48-hour fast all the time. And my impression is also that he's not dishonest, but he'll avoid talking about some things because he doesn't want to give the very, very fat people any ideas that they don't need to have, like the 1 meal a day thing. I mean, I think it's 1 meal a day for most people is not good. It's a strange idea. It's not very natural. I mean, intermittent fasting, I think, restrict the time, like make sure you're not eating for the whole day every day. That's something that will bring food addiction and maybe diabetes too, But I don't really have a red line I'm following here, but I just want to tell you that fasting is great, and I do these things to learn and to inspire people, motivate people. But when you're fit, healthy, and physically active all the time, it's not like you have to do 4-day fasts all the time. But here, let's end on something else. The reason I do it isn't only like health. Oh, I do it for the autophagy. Oh, I do it for the weight loss or anything like that. It's also this part of my philosophy about how the modern human, or like the caveman, had to survive, had to fast. They didn't choose to fast. They had to sometimes because they didn't find food. They had to experience cold sometimes because it was cold and they had no shelter, and so on and so forth. And I just think the modern human, surviving is free for us. So we have to put us through some of these things to kind of replicate how we used to live. But also I just think challenging yourself is something you should be doing in every way, like in the gym with training, exercise. Might be different goals for you than what I have, but running faster, running more often. If you can't do a full squat, learning how to. Cold showers in the morning. First just a short cold shower, then a longer, then a short one in the morning, then a long one in the morning. All these things. When you put yourself through challenges, uncomfortable things, everything else becomes easier. So fasting for me isn't only about like what it actually physically does to my body. It's also that now that I know I can do this, I can be super active, have a super high metabolism, needing a lot of energy, and I can be totally fine 4 days without food. I mean, I'm not afraid of stuff that I used to be afraid of. I was so afraid that I wouldn't be able to take care of myself. Oh, what will I do for a living? What if I'm so depressed that I can't make it? What if I become a bum? Now it's not like I want to become a bum, homeless person. It's not like I think that's going to happen in any way, but I'm prepared for it. I would do fine. If I for some reason got completely robbed and thrown out on the street, I would do fine. And this is one important reason to fast. So yeah, I haven't decided yet how I will go on in the future with the fasting. I really feel like trying to maximizing out some more of my muscle building potential, but also kind of want to take the opportunity to shred down to the lowest body fat level I have ever been, because I'm close to it now. Like what I have right now, I've been here before. I have a little bit more muscle now. I think I've made some gains these last 2 months, but so I haven't really fully decided yet. I might do some kind of rolling 48. Just shred down a bit and then start bulking again. But it's gonna be a while before I do a longer fast. I mean, 48s might happen soon, but longer than that, it's probably gonna be a while. But when I eventually bulk, then that's what I do. Like eat every day for 6 weeks with the like spontaneous 48, 1, 2 or 3, you know, when it just fits. And then followed by a longer fast, but maybe 3 days instead of 4. Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud of options now, really. Yeah, I don't think I have anything more to add. Sorry for a little unstructured blabbering video, but this is all I have time for today. It's really nice weather today. I'm taking a study break to just get some sun and fresh air, so that's nice. But yeah, once again, thank you to everyone who joined in on this. Please hit like, please subscribe, please leave a comment now if you have any ideas, anything you want to see me do or talk about in the future. Please leave a comment letting me know. And yeah, that's all for this time. Peace.